just do different things. Last round we said there's going to be 5 big games. Now we said there's 4. And I know I'll probably say from Sunday I'll say Canada is going to be a real test, and I will probably say that. But the plans is in place for Canada. We Stark and Felix and Stockley and Matt's already all over them. That's in place. I give you my word, the plans is we're all over Japan if we have to play them. We're all over Ireland. I am personally all over Ireland if we have to play them. And then from there on, fucking England we're ready for Wales and everything onwards we're ready for. And so that's why I'm saying we're probably going to have 4 other chats like this before hopefully we play for the cup. And every single time, if you guys can remember, from the first time, it's only been 3 things I've been talking about because I really believe in that. And the first one is it a special game for somebody specific? No, for all of us it's the first one of 4 playoff games. And fuck, the reason I came back from Ireland to South Africa is to try and help get us all back into the map and not be the laughing stock. And when I saw the Irish people laughing at us and saw the world laughing at us, it was embarrassing, and I thought, shit, I want to get back to South Africa before it's too late, before we become Namibia and we become one of these smaller countries. Let's try and fix it. And I think you guys come such a long way in getting us where we are now. But the ultimate would have always been Peter Steph to get to the World Cup and be competitive then and try and win the thing. And now we're here. So it is a special occasion for all of us. And I know there's a few guys, and I saw the text messages on the group, and it must be really tough for them to not be in part of these important games. I know it's cock to be on the outside, but you guys are now here, 16 million people in South Africa. You guys are the 23 guys. But before I had this privilege to play here, and one always say, oh, it's such a great honor and stuff. But sometimes you go into that park and you just don't show it for different reasons. You just for somehow, you just don't show it. And I know you guys will show it. So, first of all, it's for all of us a fucking big thing. And I'm not making Italy this big team, but it is a fucking big match for us because, if we lose, we are out of here. We all know that. And that's the only reason why everybody is hyping them up. And they say their team has got nothing to lose. Well, that's a pretty unambitious team. If their coach is telling them they've got fuck all to lose, why did they come to the World Cup? Why the fuck did they come here? If he's telling them they've got nothing to lose, how do you say that to your players? Boys, we've got nothing to lose. South Africa's got everything to lose. How do you sit in the team talk and tell a team you've got nothing to lose? It's impossible. How can they say they've got nothing to lose? So that's the first thing that I want to get across to you guys. They've got fucking big expectations, and they are as vulnerable and fragile as they seem to think we are. They are fucking vulnerable. They know if they lose today and we give them a big hiding, they're fucking out of here. So the same reality that applies to us applies to them. And with all their coaching staff and money and expertise and all their fucking things they put into place here, they are just as much under pressure. So let's not buy the shit they've got fuck all to lose. They might say it that way, but you'll see the moment they sing the anthem, you'll see how much it means to them. So that's the first thing. Let's understand how big and how desperate both sides are for this game. Second thing is, every single time we talk about, and I thought we did it well. The last game I thought we were terrible in the All Black game, in terms of sorting out shit on the field, in terms of communication. I think the way we've talked about communication has always been the referee, our plan, their plan, and then what's working and what's not working, and what must we do to fix it. We now have got a lacquer system where we've individually give guys a task to specific things, what we have to fix on scrums, mauling, contesting, all the different things, and you're going to look after that, and you're going to say if it's working, or you're going to find a solution if it's not working, without becoming a fucking chatter show, and it will never be in a test match, I know that. And you're going to be intelligent while doing that and keeping your eye on the task and playing well and doing that. So with the comms, we're going to find a way on your specific area, you're going to sort that out. You've got a lacquer system going now. And while myself and Russell was cutting those clips last night, I think if that's more or less your framework in your area, for example, the burglar mindset, if that's going and flow, if that's a basic thing that you think, fuck it, let's carry overs, let's fucking clean over the ball, let them let suicide, simple option, get the BC going wide, fucking let's go into the trap. If you've got those simple things you want to say to the guys when we're there, 45 seconds, we're out of there. Even right. So if you've got those roles, clarity in your head, and that's the only thing you have to think about, 1 or 2 pointers in your specific area that you have to fix. And also then, if you have to talk to CEO, talk to the referee about it. So I think the comms part is sorted out. So it's basically, our biggest thing is the comms part, always those 2 things I talk about. And the last thing is always the battles. And our plan has always been, if you think about it, and it's just when we look at South Africans, all the different kinds of people we have here, I'm talking shapes and sizes and cultures, and languages, and forwards and backs and mindsets in English and Afrikaans and Xhosa. If you look at us, we are a bunch of guys who's difficult to group into one thing and say we all have to play this way. So the thing that works for us really well, and I thought about many ways how to describe it, but we're actually a team who either fucking physically pound the team into the ground, or sometimes we get brilliance from individuals who does it, and sometimes when the momentum is really well, we play beautiful rugby and it goes fast. But the thing that we really actually do best, I don't know if you guys know what is death by 1,000 cuts, but death by 1,000 cuts means you get a lot of body blows, and none of them are fucking something that that kills you on the spot, but eventually you die about them or from them. So we are doing exit pressure, and then we're doing line-out pressure, and then we do sniper pressure, and then we do defense. So the thing that we do really well here, and you guys are doing it so fucking well, and you guys are doing it with the best teams in the world, New Zealand and so on, because when you guys got work rate, julle fucking werk ongelooflik hard, you know your systems, you know your plans, you're willing to put yourself into battles, and death by 1,000 cuts for me is, you just don't give guys breathing space. If it's scrum pressure, they kick it out, it's line-out contesting pressure. If we don't win that, it's a box kick, it's a aerial pressure. If we don't win that, it's tripod pressure. If we don't win that, it's scrap. If we don't win that, we again got sniper pressure. Then it's track pressure. Then we get the ball, then it's going to be a burger mindset. So they just don't get breathing space against us. So we cut them a little bit here, a little bit there, cut them. None of them are fucking, wat is vital wat jy doodmaak, amper soos dis ding te sê, maak jy nie dadelik dood nie. So mine is catastrophic, but eventually you die from it. So daar's 'n Engelse woord wat ek nou kom. So what I want to ask you guys, can we go into this game and have that mindset? So have that slow poison or death by 1,000 cuts, and you do it every single game, and I respect you for that. That's fantastic. And let's do it again, because it's foolproof. There's no way that it doesn't work. That's why we always say over 80 minutes, somewhere here, the opposition gives in, because you guys are relentless. Sometimes they give you in minute 5, sometimes they give you in minute 84 like France and Paris. Sometimes we are behind 23-5, or sometimes we're behind 73, like 17-3, like last 2 weekends ago. But we just work back, because we're relentless, and we give them a small little cut. If they're going to cry with the anthem and be up for it, and tell us they've got nothing to lose, they've been planning for 2 years, Beastie, why don't we go for fucking once? Just as once go, I don't want you to cry for anthem, please don't do that. But why don't we for once go, and from the beginning, the pack that's on Bongi, why don't we give them, from that fucking kid for kickoffs, exactly a lot of fucking body blows, not small little cuts, a lot of fucking body blows in that first 10-15 minutes. I'm not talking stupid shit where you get yellow and a red card, but why don't we lay that platform, because we've picked this back now with 6 guys on the bench, and we've got a lack exciting backline, and we know eventually they're gonna be in submission and give up, because we're slowly cutting them down. Maar Edwina, kom ons gaan 'n bietjie in. Kom ons kry onsself Pieter. Kom ons kry onsself regtig op van die fucking afskop af. Dat ons regtig fucking intensiteit het. You guys know, see, I'm not a guy that sits there and fucking clap yourself to the gesig and suck yourself up and get yourself. I don't believe in that. But I believe this is the specific team to do that. I've never asked you guys to go and do it against Australia, never asked you to do it against New Zealand. I don't believe in who are chest pumps. But I believe this is the team that they're going to try and give that to us the first 10, 15 minutes. So I want to ask you in your own personal way, do your warm-up, do whatever you do in the team room, but the moment you have sung that anthem and you took off your tracksuit pants and we kick off or they kick off, let's be destructive and fucking in their face and fucking physically fuck them up for the first 5, 10 minutes. And if that doesn't work, we've got to identify 1,000 cuts. We'll just slowly break them down, flow up, until they fucking eventually, fatal was the word I'm looking for. None of those cuts are fatal, I got the word. None of those cuts are fatal. But eventually then they'll give up. But see, let's be really up for this from that first fucking kickoff. I really believe we might actually shut them out in the first 5, 10, 15 minutes. But if I am wrong, we've got a whole backup plan which is pressure on this, pressure on that, pressure on this, pressure on that. En Kobus, eventually wil hy, dan gaan ons hulle later in minuut 55 of 60 heeltemal back ons hulle dan. Kan ons vir een slag met daai mindset bietjie uitgaan in 'n game, vranna. En hulle fisies bietjie, ek praat nou spesifiek met die forwards. Hulle fisies bietjie opfok van minuut 1 af. Dat hulle voel for they're in a different class and level of physicality that they've ever been ever. Can we do that, please? And if that doesn't work, we revert back to death by 1,000 cuts. Happy?